Alex, thanks so much. Well, the real ID deadline is tomorrow, folks. The one you've been hearing so much about for so long. This time it's really happening. But so far, only 36% of Kentuckians actually have one.
Yeah, and today our Ian Hardwitt and photojournalist Jessica Farley check back in to see how the deadline is turning softer while long waits persist.
The people in here, I don't know how they maintain their patience and their kindness.
Bill Talley secured his real ID one day before the federal enforcement deadline of May 7th. Others left empty-handed after the crowd stuffed inside the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet driver's licensing office in Hurstbourne. Although you can't see it now, there was plenty big a line here when we showed up. It stretched all the way down the sidewalk and all the way up to the door. But then they let people inside and they still had about a 3.5-hour wait total. Though more empty hands left, there still may be hope this deadline is a soft one.
If you don't have a real ID or one of the other accepted forms of ID, May 7th and beyond, you'll see some additional screening at the security checkpoint.
Local TSA spokesperson Mark Howells says to budget an extra hour at the airport for that screening. Keep in mind, if you have a passport, it also works as good as a real ID.
You might want to take along some additional identification, proof of address, social security card, some of those things if you don't have a real ID.
State Senator Jimmy Higdon requested a deadline extension, but said the Department of Homeland Security settled on phasing in the requirement. That's why the TSA is letting people fly without their real ID.
They will probably do this for, this soft opening for a year, and come this time next year, real ID will be required.
So that puts May 7th, 2026 as the hard deadline, giving people more time to upgrade or get their passport. But Talley came prepared for his upgrade.
The last thing I wanted to happen was to get to the certain point and then they say, well, you don't have enough documentation. And I watched that happen repeatedly in here.
Do your research on what you need, because it's a wait you don't want to go through twice. In Louisville, Ian Hardwitt, WHAS 11, on your side.
And as Ian found out, you need 4 documents for a real ID upgrade: proof of identity, such as birth certificate, proof of a social security number, like a social security card, and 2 proofs of residence, like a recent utility bill, a tax return, or a rental agreement.